It's actually almost impossible to fully describe.
And you don't want to give it all away, yeah.
No, but the general kind of gist is one, it's dealing with aging. And I play a woman who is being fired from her own show, an actress who has a fitness show because she's aging out. And in this kind of sees her face being ripped down from a poster of her campaign. So everything, she's at the lowest point of her life, and is offered a substance for a newer, better, younger her. But unbeknownst to her, that is not me that transforms. It's another entity that comes out of me.
It's like a young clone.
We share consciousness.
Where can I get it?
Yeah.
You're the problem.
I've got some in the back. I'm happy to share. So that's like it's very difficult to fully describe.
But it is interesting. So you kind of think, we're used to this idea of a potion that can make you young again. But Elizabeth Sparkle in her 50s exists alongside the young Elizabeth Sparkle.
Yes.
And played by Margaret Qualley.
Yes.
Different actors. Did you cast her? Were you responsible for casting her as the young you?
No, I think our director, Coralie, was looking for a right match, but in fact not wanting us to look identical. So she chose a taller, blue-eyed version of me, which I could say I always wanted blue eyes.
Oh, there you go.
I wanted longer legs.
Yeah.
But, what's interesting in the film, just to kind of give in more seriousness, is that, that idea of the pursuit of perfection leading us down a road where we then only decay further away from being able to embrace the beauty of all that we are in the present moment.
Yeah. And I suppose we ought to flag up there is a proper full-on body horror. I mean, there is blood.
Yes.
Blood.
There's about 30 gallons.
Not exaggerating.
No, for real.
There is a lot of blood in this film.
Where did they keep the blood on set?
It was in a fire. It was like they did on a fire.
The obvious question.
She used it with a fire hose.
Really? See,
Yes.
aren't you glad I asked?
You haven't gotten to that scene yet. You haven't gotten to the
Yeah.
scene. But I think it's dealing with some really interesting subject matter. But the best way I can sum it up is it's kind of like the picture of Dorian Gray meets Death Becomes Her and a Jane Fonda workout.
That is the movie. That is the movie.
Sums it up.
And your performance is so intense and visceral.